Just in Time, and you're tuned to O.F.F. News. Before we get started tonight, I would like to quickly address the allegations being directed towards me that I'm actually a part-time clown who works at fairs, birthday parties, and other assorted events. These claims are simply not true. There are tweets from @Lillian992 on Twitter that claim that I was the clown who worked at her child's birthday party. But this is untrue. Although the clown does look significantly like me, and I have zero alibi for the night of the event, that clown is not me, okay? I must have an evil clone or a doppelganger or something who is impersonating me. But no, my name is Justin, not Chuckles the Clown. Anyways, moving along, our first story for the night involves a poll that was recently conducted across the United States.
The results of a recent survey have shocked the public when it revealed that most Americans cannot find Colorado on a map. In fact, only one person out of the 1,500 participants was able to correctly identify the Centennial State. We actually have a map here that shows the results of the survey. Each dot on the map here shows one person's guess as to where Colorado is. Calling in from Denver, we have the governor of Colorado, Governor Paisley, with us here to discuss the results of this survey. Governor, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm always happy to spread the word about Colorado.
Now, Governor, is it true that you are the only person who was able to successfully locate Colorado on the survey?
That is correct. Unfortunately, Colorado isn't really well known around the country, and that's why I set up this survey to try and spread more awareness.
What do you think is the reason behind the lack of knowledge about your state?
Well, Colorado is completely closed off and, as you know, heavily guarded. But I guess if you can make it past the concrete walls and the barbed wire, you could see that we have a vibrant tourism industry.
I'm also told that half of the participants in the survey actually live within Colorado itself. Did you expect this from your own constituents?
Well, obviously, maps have been banned from Colorado for over 100 years, so I can't really expect much else from my fellow Coloradans. In fact, they're probably the ones who guess we were in the middle of the ocean. They don't even know what water is.
What sites do you recommend people should see when they come over?
Well, the Great Wall of Colorado is always a big draw. We also have the Denver Prison Complex, which is where we keep all the people who have tried to sneak into Colorado. We also have the Rocky Mountain National Park, which is known for its camping and its hiking and throwing people off the cliffs who've snuck into Colorado.
You know, that sounds like a good time. Maybe I'll head over there for my next vacation.
We'll probably throw you off the mountain for trying.
Well, you are such a joy to talk to. I'm so sorry, but that's all the time we have. Thank you, Governor, for coming on the show.
It's been a pleasure, and as we say in Colorado, come anytime, we'll kill you.
What a great guy.
Next up, we have an interview conducted by our very own Mark Wadsworth.
Hello and welcome back. For our next segment, we have invited a famous book review YouTuber to the studio to review the #1 book on the New York Times bestseller list for over 300 weeks. Hey, Allie, how are you?
Hi, Mark. I'm so happy you asked me to be on the show. I'm so excited to tell you all about it. I've read it 6 times, and I'm almost done with my 7th reread. I love this book.
Do you have a copy on you to show the audience in case anyone hasn't heard of this book?
Oh, yes, of course. Let me just grab it. To sum it up, Hi Mark's Regents Physics Made Easy by Sharon H. Welcher is the hot book right now. Mark, this is the newest cover. Honestly, I don't like it as much as the old one, but I don't mind.
I read it over my trip at the beach recently, and it was a great read. Now, what do you think makes it such a good book?
Oh, I think the gravity of the plot is just really what drives the popularity. It just pulls you in. There's a certain inertia to the plot. For teenagers reading this book, oh, they are really going to love the electricity between those two main characters.
Wow, Allie. I wouldn't have explained it better myself. I agree, teenagers will love the sparks.
But regardless, if you're well-read, a new reader, it will stun you with its handling of animal cruelty and how it can be prevented. Store your dangerous chemicals properly, and do not stick cats in boxes, kids. It's truly got something unique for just all ages.
Thank you for your time, and thank you for sharing this story with us. Now, back to O.F.F. headquarters.
The truth is, my dear, I've always loved you. Oh, Justin. Thanks for that, Mark. Next we have breaking news coming out of Newark.
Before we continue, O.F.F. News is required by federal law to notify our viewers that this next segment is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Live Mas. We're going to go to the station's kitchen to try out Taco Bell's delicious new... Oh, we're just getting word that there's a police standoff currently in progress in Newark. We're getting a call in from our field reporter, Dimitri Bubbles. Dimitri, what's the situation there?
I'm here in western Newark, where there's just been a double homicide inside of this building. The police are currently surrounding the building, but it appears that there is a hostage inside of the house. The negotiators are on their way, but as of yet, the situation is still extremely volatile.
Ooh, that sounds like a spicy situation, Dimitri. Much like the spicy flavor of Taco Bell's Reaper Ranch Double Stack Taco, now available for a limited time for only $1.
Excuse me? I don't think that's very appropriate for right now. Oh! I think the suspect is on the move. The police are about to storm the building.
Be careful out there, Dimitri. You don't want to miss out on Taco Bell's Cheesy Gordita Crunch while supplies last.
I can confirm that there have been shots fired. A SWAT team is entering the house, and it seems like the situation has escalated. I do not know if the hostage is safe at this time.
You know what else is safe? The cooking conditions at all licensed Taco Bell locations. Taco Bell cleans their kitchens daily to provide the safest dining experience for their customers.
I can confirm the hostage is safe, and the suspect is in police custody.
Well, we're all very glad to hear that the hostage is gonna...
Don't say it.
Live Mas. Thanks to Taco Bell for sponsoring this segment. Back to you.
Next up, we have a story out of Mystic, Connecticut that you won't want to miss.
An unfortunate mix-up happened at St. Rivialdi's hospital this weekend when a couple accidentally brought home the wrong child. Mr. and Mrs. Wilkins thought they were bringing home their newborn son Harvey, but instead brought back Bobo, a 10-year-old therapy penguin who was on loan from Mystic Aquarium for the day. This incident occurred when a confused nurse mistook the penguin for an infant when it wandered into the maternity ward and fell into baby Harvey's crib.
I just don't understand how they let this kind of thing happen. They should have policies against it.
The mistake was only realized 2 months later when the Mystic Aquarium noticed that Bobo had lost a significant amount of weight and took him to the vet for a checkup.
I almost didn't notice it wasn't Bobo at first. I mean, sure, his beak was gone and he cried the entire time, but I usually chalk those things up to it being mating season. The only way I could tell it was a baby was he didn't eat the raw tuna I gave him. Bobo loves tuna.
Meanwhile, Harvey's parents struggled to relate to their newborn son.
He just ate so much. We couldn't feed him enough.
This mix-up has led to increased pressure on St. Rivialdi to increase its maternity ward security. Coming just 2 weeks after a very similar incident in which the hospital staff accidentally replaced a woman's newborn twins with Martin Lehman, a 54-year-old who came into the hospital with heart complications.
What a crazy story. Now it's time for your daily weather report.
Alright, and today on this very special occasion, the weather is going to be perfect. Sun's going to be shining down all day and the temperature's at a cool 64 degrees. Once again, the perfect day for this momentous occasion.
Great, thanks, Lee. Now, next in sports,
Wow, Chuck, you're just not even gonna address the giant elephant in the room. Just gonna avoid the obvious, not even gonna touch the subject.
Forgive me, Lee, if I'm not really sure what you're...
knew it! I knew this was gonna happen every single goddamn year. We have a huge party when Chuck's birthday comes up. Event of the motherfucking season. Party hats, gifts, strippers, cakes. All I ask is for one member of this goddamn team to remember my fucking birthday. They just want to say, just one time, happy birthday, Lee, congrats on the big 3-0, Lee. But no, just another fucking year that I have to remind everyone and pray that somebody listens.
Well, Lee, actually, I was gonna wait till after the broadcast, but I got you a gift.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna come in like a week though, so you're just gonna have to wait a bit.
Thanks, Chuck.
No problem.
Really means a lot, Chuck.
Okay, Lee. Back to O.F.F. news.
Well, looks like that's all the time we have for today, folks. I've been... What's happening? Hello?
Yes, citizens, it is I, the Phantom Leaker. I have taken over O.F.F. News' broadcast, and I now present you with an ultimatum. Either I will reveal the deepest secrets of each member of the O.F.F. News team, or you will be forced to pay me a sum of $100. You have 10 seconds, O.F.F. News. I've sent the email address to you. Oh, well, if it was that easy, I have one more request. Send a pizza to my...
I would also like a... And, Alright, back to you, O.F.F. News. I have a brand new Ferrari to test drive.
Well, that was certainly unexpected. Anyway, that's all we have for you today here at O.F.F. News. I've been just in time, signing O.F.F.
You guys don't get to see that.